Both my parents had HIV/AIDS. My father died before I was born. When my mother was 7 months pregnant, she was already having the opportunistic diseases associated with AIDS. It was shameful for the family to have the HIV case, and also the family could have been isolated, so they chose to hide her and lock her from people. So my mother gave a natural birth, and I wasn't infected. I was the baby, and God saved me because somebody was praying for me. All my life I had to be risen up by my grandmother. We lived in a very small village in the northern part of Tanzania. So they had to teach me how to make a living on my own, like working on people's farm. So I didn't have school uniform. I was growing up with the same short, so like it gets shorter and shorter. But I also did not have textbooks. I didn't have exercise books. I didn't have pencil and pen to write on. We had to always be taught to write on the floor, like A, B, C. We have to do it on the ground outside the class. That's how I learned to read and write. One day I was sent back home to go find money for tuition, and then I met a pastor. So the pastor stopped me and asked, like, why are you going back early? And I explained. So the only thing he told me was come to the church and we could pray about this. So I said yes, but in my mind I had a lot of reasonable reasons of not to go to church. Well, the first of all, my community was not a Christian community, and also we had witch doctors who were very powerful, and most people believed in the witch doctors things, and we had a lot of strange demonic stuff going on. So that was one of the reasons that I did not, in my mind I was like, no, I'm not going, but I just said yes to the pastor, like I'll come and visit the church. That was the first time in my life to experience two opposing spirits. Like there was a spirit which wants me to go to church, but there was another strong spirit which is like, no, you're not going to church. You don't have clothes, you don't have shoes, people will see you going to church, and it's very dangerous, like you might get killed. And also the church was far away from home. It was like 2 hours walking. They are very loud, so you could hear from very far. So I heard the voices. I went to church. I sat at the back. That was the same day that I was led to Christ. And when I received Jesus, when I accepted to go in front and be led to Christ, I felt like something has been taken away from, like I've been carrying something, but I don't know what I'm carrying. So I felt light, I felt happy. So that's how I became Christian.